Astana Expo summed up the results of the first week. From the date of opening throughout the territory of the Expo, 1,050,000 visits were registered. The most popular was the Sphere Nuralem. In the national company, the top 10 pavilions of countries were named, where the most numbers of guests came. This includes China, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, India, Malaysia, Uzbekistan, Turkey, Russia, Thailand, and Japan. And to see the exhibition from abroad came more than 20,000 foreigners. Expo was visited by 26,000 foreigners. Of these, the main share is from Russia, 7,000. More than 3,000 came from China. So many people came from Germany, and about 1,000 visitors from Turkey. Further, Malaysia and other countries are already going. Bruce Clark came to look at the energy of the future. He is from the United States. For the 72-year-old traveler, Astana became the 20th exhibition. The very first he saw back in 1968 in San Antonio. On the first day of his arrival in the capital of Kazakhstan, Bruce dedicated his time for tours around the city, and only then he came to the expo. Each time he enters the pavilion, he notes it on the map. The most interesting was Kazakhstan pavilion.
Sphere is amazing. As you know, I've been to so many expos. The Sphere, every expo has a centerpiece. One special building is considered the main attraction. Like in Shanghai, it was the Chinese pavilion. There, you had to wait 8 to 10 hours to get in. I wasn't going to do that. It was crazy.
Bruce Clark has been engaged in private business for more than 20 years. And he himself says he was tired of the bustle and began to travel. So he visited almost the whole world, 170 countries. And even after Astana, he will fly to the United Kingdom and then to Germany and France. On his next passport, which he received 5 years ago, there was no longer a free page. From each exhibition, he always takes with him the maps of the expo towns and brochures with useful information. The collection of the years of travel is large and unique. Our guest does not have a camera or a smartphone. All the impressions and memories are only in his mind. Bruce encourages all to travel and see the world, as it gives new strength and energy. The sun has been the main source of life, light and energy for a long time. That's why, according to the designer's idea in the Pavilion of Britain, at the entrance you are greeted by the sun. Further, having passed in the big hall, you will see a panorama of a picture in 360 degrees. It depicts nature, which nowhere exists, and it's the pure imagination of the architect. To calculate all this into a single picture, 8,000 computers were used. The authors of the pavilion also wanted to show that the energy of people can change the world, and here, touching the spoke of this modern yurt, every visitor can become a source of light.
The message is, this is the civilization that we have created through a structure like a yurt, which is very close to the environment and very well adapted to the environment. But we want people to think about how human civilization connects with the landscape around it, and therefore how all the forces of energy, the forces of energy from nature and the forces of energy from man, are all thoroughly interconnected.
Guests of the British Pavilion also have the opportunity to look at a new generation of light bulbs made from graphene. This is a new material of our time. The scientists of Manchester University for this discovery were awarded the Nobel Prize. Graphene was invented 13 years ago. It has a very thin and light structure, but at the same time the strongest. A new energy future is connected with it. We must admit these lamps can work for 7 years without a break. Batteries based on graphene can charge gadgets in a few minutes. On June 23, guests of the exhibition can visit the amphitheater of the town's expo. There will be a festival of Kazakhstan pop singers. The concert is called Gakku, Future Energy of the Earth.